Good morning, Internet. It's the middle of the night here in the sports barn. It's just turned Monday, January 13th, about 20 after 12 on the Monday here in the sports barn. I debated, honestly, this is the first video where I've kind of thought, man, I'd kind of like to go to bed. But I thought, I'm going to do my job. I figured Monday is, I had forgotten all about this on the last video I made. I guess there is actually a college football game here on Monday to determine the champion. I'm wearing my Ohio State jersey to signal my solidarity with the Ohio State Buckeyes and to express my bitterness that they are not in the final. I will try to keep that out of my comments. I don't know if I will succeed or not. So I thought I'd throw a quick video together for you. Let's get to it. Let's not bore you as much as possible. Let's recap this weekend. We had 10 picks going over the weekend, and it was a real roller coaster. Ultimately, we broke even 5-5. The National Football League. That sucked. One winner, 3 losers. I just had this feeling. I agonized, I studied, and I thought, man, this is all wrong information. It's just all wrong. And for the most part, it was. You had 3 distinctive correct answers, and I got them all wrong. And then there was one that could have gone either way. That game was, those are the kind you try not to get hung up on one way or the other. If you lose those kind of games, that was just one blown 2-point conversion from being a Seattle cover. But we got that one, thank Christ. Otherwise, I'd be standing out here as a 4-6 loser, and I'd really be unhappy. But I think what we did wrong was we misinterpreted the bye. That, I believe, is what caused the wrong information to be given to you. Sorry. The bye I didn't consider at all. Clearly it was a factor in this Ravens game. The Ravens, number 1 seed, 14 wins, looking like world beaters, and they just got their asses kicked by a seemingly inferior team. So what happened here? I explained at great length my Walter White theory of the Ravens, and they're on a roll, and they're a juggernaut, WWWW. Well, rhythm sports, which is pretty much all of them, you don't want to break your rhythm. And if you're going good, then going well, I keep forgetting, I'm on the internet, gotta use proper grammar. You don't want anything to break up the rhythm, and that's what a bye. Apparently, I guess if you think about it, the Ravens hadn't played a meaningful game in 3 weeks. So then, it generates this big space, big break, big canyon there, and then, here's Lamar Jackson. Oh, he has to jump over the canyon. Woo! Mr. Bill, he falls into the canyon, taking all our money with him. So that was the end of the Ravens. But the break works if you're not playing well, like the Niners. They hadn't been clicking. They were getting by, but they weren't killing people. They weren't blowing people out. Then the bye works for you. Get some people healthy. There's no winning rhythm to break up because you're not playing well. So if you don't have a good rhythm going, the bye just works fine for you. So it worked in the Niners' advantage. I would argue it worked against the Chiefs as well. They came out like shit, and I think some of that was the layoff. And they should have probably gotten beaten if they had a team, playing any kind of team at all that had any defense. Jesus Christ, I know I picked the Texans, and that's basically my only link to this team at the moment. And but if you're a Texan fan, boy, you gotta be pissed. You gotta want to fire people. Your team quit. They just outright quit, and it was embarrassing. It was aggravating too. Well, let's see, 9.5, ultimately 10, probably where you were. Plus, they were up 24 at one point, So let's do the math. That's a 34-point lead with the spread. I don't know that's ever happened to me, that I've had a 33, 34-point lead and blown it. But that's what happened. Way to go, Texans. Blown, not just blown it. You don't just lose by one. They lost by like 10 or 15. It was, ridiculous. So annoying, very annoying. We'll hopefully do better next week. College basketball actually didn't go too badly. Cincinnati, that was a winner, 68-54. Bowling Green, winner, 82-74. Villanova, thank God, Jay Wright backed me. They finally hit some threes and were able to pull away from Georgetown in the second half, 80-66. Lafayette, at first I was worried this wasn't even on the board. I thought, holy shit, they don't hang numbers on the Patriot on Saturday? But finally they did put the number up. It was 2. And Lafayette gets it done on the road, 65-62. And then these two were both leading in halftime, and my team just faded away in the second half in these two games. North Carolina Central ultimately losing to Delaware State, 68-66. And SMU not getting it done as an 8-point favorite, losing outright, 71-68. So 4 wins, 2 losses in college basketball. 1 win, 3 losses in, 4 wins, 2 losses. 1 win, 3 losses in the NFL. Works out to 5-5. What are you going to do? I wish it was better. We're going to keep going, though. I think it can be better. I mean, I won't lie to you. If these guys hadn't covered that game, the Packers, in the last, 2-3 hours, I probably wouldn't be out here tonight. I would be sulking, and I just wouldn't have the get up and go to come out here and do this. So thank Christ for luck, and let's see if we could get some W's on the board here for tomorrow. So apparently the whole college basketball world is taking the night off in honor of the football game. We have just a handful of games from the SWAC, Southwestern Athletic Conference. I was thinking about this. I cannot figure why they're called the SWAC. Because they're not in the Southwest. All these schools are in like Mississippi and Louisiana. So, I don't know, maybe the SWAC's been around so long that when they formed it, that was the Southwest. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. But at any rate, we got a couple games here. And then I'll mention the fact that there is a college football game, and I'll say a few words about that. Then I'll try to be unbitter. Let's see. SWAC. Jackson State from Jackson, Mississippi. 5-11. These records in the SWAC are just basically fucking pointless. I mean, you could just, what I should start doing is just putting up their conference records. That's the only thing that's really meaningful, because they're all like 0-10 in non-conference play. These are the schools that, them, the MEAC, they're the ones that the big schools slap on their schedule just to round it out and keep the building lit at night and put a few fans in the seats. At any rate, 320 Pomeroy versus 335. Jackson State's a 1.5 point underdog. I actually feel pretty good here about this game. This game is being played at Southern. I didn't know this until 3 hours ago when I looked it up. Southern is in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So that's where this game's taking place. There's going to be a sparse crowd, as always. Jackson State lost last time out to Southern, so I kind of think they're, probably making little adjustments here and there of how to beat this team. I think their coaches are probably similar. I mean, but the game's at 4 o'clock. They moved the game up to 4 o'clock. And I'm just doing the math on this, I'm assuming, so, the kids from Southern can go home and watch LSU play. And then, charge the streets and burn couches and do whatever after LSU beats Clemson. I figure that's got to be a distraction. I mean, it's got to be a distraction for these guys. It breaks up the rhythm. We don't play at 4 o'clock. What are we playing this game at 4 o'clock for? I might have to miss a history class or something. So we'll take Jackson State. Just for shits and giggles, we're going to put 3 stars on that. And we'll see if they come through for us. I think they might. Oh, I read my notes wrong. It's college basketball. I don't think any of these are worth 3 stars in college basketball. Of course, after what I just did in the pros, the college or pro football, who knows? We'll make it 2 stars. And North Carolina A&T get their 6.5 point favorites at Delaware State, who just beat me this weekend. I mean, kind of the same argument it was before. You know, Delaware State's terrible. They're the worst team in the MEAC, you know, A&T is just better than they are, and you know, it's going to be hardly anybody there. No home court advantage. One thing I noted here was that, strangely enough, they have some weird glitch in their schedule in that they don't play another game for almost 2 weeks. Like, their next game is like the 25th or something like that. It's weird. I don't know if they're closing the state of Delaware for 2 weeks for repairs or what, but I gotta figure that somehow is a negative. You know, it's just like, all right, after tonight, woo, no practice, or, you know, there's gotta be, you know, they don't play any games for, you know, 2 weeks. So I don't know. So we're taking A&T. Two stars. Okay, lastly, we have Clemson, LSU, the big game. What do we think of this? I don't know. I mean, I put exactly about no thought into this at all, which probably means I'll be right, because those are the ones I seem to get right. You know, the thinking is LSU's just a machine, an offensive machine, unstoppable by anybody. Nobody's been able to slow them down at all, scoring-wise. I guess they put up, 46 on Alabama or something like that. I don't know how many they put up on Oklahoma. I think they basically just stopped, just to, you know, not embarrass them too badly. They probably could have put 80 on them. So I don't know, is that mean they are unstoppable? I know Clemson is definitely, you know, they're the class of what's left, that's for sure. I mean, are they better than Ohio State? Well, they're there, you know, they won. Clemson's won the title 2 out of 3 years. Last year, they trashed Alabama. I mean, that game wasn't close. Clemson returns the same team, essentially. My only concern with that is, are they hungry? I mean, the motivation in these college games means a lot, and sometimes these college kids, I mean, anymore, you know, how many guys are on Clemson that have a ring from last year that just aren't going to kill themselves tomorrow night because they know they're going to the pros? It could be more than a few. The LSU kids have no ring, so they might be going out there and set themselves on fire. You know, the flip side of the argument is these guys have been told they're unbeatable now for at least a month, maybe longer, 2 months. I think I'm going to come down with Clemson. You know, if I kind of figure LSU is better than Alabama. I don't know how much better, a little better. Clemson Clemson is significantly better than Alabama. And I would say that based on last year's score. It was 4 touchdowns. I mean, it wasn't close. So I kind of think Clemson is significantly better than Alabama. You're getting 5.5 points. I know it's basically a home game for LSU. I'll take the points. You're getting a champion pedigree and points. That doesn't happen very often. So I think that's where the value is, at least for me. I don't really give a damn, frankly. I'll probably watch like a rerun of bowling or something, or maybe I'll check out if there's maybe a Rambo rerun on or something like that. All right, so there you have it. So we'll probably come out here tomorrow night and see if we can come up with some Tuesday college basketball picks of games that might actually be on TV, and then go from there. Let's another day done in the winter, one day more closer to spring. Okay, very good. Good morning.